What is going on, everybody? We are here to discuss the possibility of the Sixers actually making a trade this offseason for Kawhi Leonard. Now, I was listening to Philly Sports Radio. They had on a former GM of the league, and his name's Bobby Marks, and he was discussing that he thinks that for Kawhi Leonard and Derek White, the Sixers could give up Robert Covington, Fultz, and the 10th overall pick in this year's draft. Now, that keeps Dario Saric here. That keeps him here. And we fell in love with this kid. I mean, he's a grindy player. He has the attitude of Philadelphia and Philadelphia sports. He's gritty. He plays defense. He grabs rebounds. And we're discussing Dario right now. So to keep him here is huge for me. To say Fultz, which is the first overall pick, which you have to remember that first overall pick, he didn't have a great season, but I still have faith in him personally. I mean, he missed 68 games. He comes back and is the youngest player ever to have a triple-double in the NBA. I'm not ready to give up on him. I think he just lost a little bit of confidence and swagger, but you can totally get that back. So, Robert Covington, I'm okay with getting him out of there. The 10th overall pick, I want Bridges from Villanova. I feel like he's going to fall and before that. He's going to get picked before that. We're not going to see him at 10. What I see a lot of mock drafts having us get is the Michigan State Bridges, Miles Bridges. So that's where I see us falling. So think about it. Fultz, Robert Covington, and Miles Bridges for essentially Kawhi Leonard, which a lot of people are skeptical about, but you got to remember what this kid was before his injury last year. I mean, this kid is so good. He brings a defensive presence that is literally the best in the league. He can score. He's dominating. He brings such a different level of play to this team. And, you know, if we get to keep Dario, if this is a real thing, it's not verified or anything, but this is a former GM speaking about what he thinks could get Kawhi Leonard. Robert Covington statistically is a great defender. We all know, and my personal opinion is, you know, not the greatest in the world, and a little bit overpaid. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. So we get him out of there. We get Kawhi Leonard for Fultz, Robert Covington, and say Miles Bridges. I mean, it's hard to say no to that. I like that one. If there's an opportunity to do that, because I think about it and say, yeah, I still believe in Fultz. I'm not giving up on him at all, and I think he's going to be a really solid player in this league once he starts getting his confidence back. But we're talking about a player in Kawhi Leonard that's already established. There is no, oh, what if he's a bust? What if he doesn't turn out? What if he doesn't find his offensive stroke again? He has it, and he brings it defensively. So, I would do that. I would do that. If that's an actual possibility, I would trade that in a heartbeat. It comes to play when it's Dario. And I know that I'm falling in love with Dario, even though he's not, you know, at the top of the league. I still think he's a great player, and he's still going to develop and be even better. He lacks athleticism, which we clearly saw in that Boston Celtics series. But, you know, being able to keep Dario and getting rid of Robert Covington and Fultz, I kind of like that. I feel like that's reasonable. Let me know what you guys would give up for Kawhi. I mean, personally, I don't want to give up assets. I don't want to give up pieces to this team that we are building right now. And I would love to just hit the free agency market. But if it comes down to not being able to get Paul George, which I really don't see that happening, I feel like he is going to attack the LA Lakers. And if we don't get LeBron, we can't just sit around. That's my personal opinion. So, if it is something like this with Kawhi Leonard, and we have an opportunity to keep players like Dario and still be able to pursue Kawhi, I think it's got to happen. I think it has to happen. So, you know, I'm excited. The free agency kicks off July 1st. We still have the draft, though, which is coming up. I'm excited, though. I'm excited because I know the Sixers know they need to make a move. It was said after the season last year, Brett Brown came out, we need to make a splash. And now he's the one in charge to make this splash happen. So I know a move is coming. I know something is coming. So, hearing the Kawhi Leonard situation, it's a possibility. Listen, I'm not out on it. It just depends on what assets we give up. And hearing that it's a possibility to keep Dario and all we got to give away is Fultz and Covington and a first rounder, it's intriguing. Let's just say that. It's intriguing. Let me know what you think. Comment down below your thoughts. Comment below a trade possibility that you would do for Kawhi with our roster. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button too. Subscribe. You're the best. Thanks for watching.